There were moments when I thought, is what we do of value to society? Are we just putting on raves? Nick Morgan, I'm the Group CEO.
I'm Yaz, I'm a Group Director.
I'm Rob Dudley and I'm one of the directors at We Group.
En route.
By the way, we're filming a documentary. We're doing behind the scenes festival life. It's coming with us all summer.
Good morning.
7:15 a.m.
So this is the fair on-site diary.
Oh my god, I can see how expensive.
Yay to the first day on site.
Season is here.
So how long do you think it took to build this festival?
Over the weekend, I'd say 2 to 3 days.
Like 2 weeks?
2 weeks, yeah.
Maybe 2 days?
Days.
And how long do you think it took to plan it?
For 3 months.
It's an all year round job. I always get asked, would you do like once summer season's over? And I'm like, I do this.
I don't know whether or not people appreciate just how hard it is, like how much effort goes into planning the event.
Like as soon as we come off site, straight away we start planning for the next year.
We represent probably over 100 clients now, all independent and in various services, to the point where audiences now are much more involved in those decisions, much more knowledgeable in terms of like sound design, tech production, lighting, whereas 10 years ago, if it boomed, it was good enough.
Friends that I've spoken to about it had like no idea about like the licensing cycle, that we had to write all of this documentation or liaise with so many different stakeholders. They had no idea the work that we have to do with local communities and residents, all of the sustainability stuff that's like coming through as well.
The blood and the sweat and the tears, real tears all the time, that go into building a festival. Not just even from the fair, like from all of the suppliers that are on site, like the staging guys, the audio guys, the bars, like everyone that's on site puts so much time and effort in to create a 10 to 12 hour period on a day show for people to enjoy themselves.
It is terrifying. It's all terrifying, but it definitely keeps you going back for more.
But I do think it's an industry that attracts a certain type of people. They're all very hardworking, a bit crazy. So there's a lot of fun people in this industry who are happy and willing to do the work. You often end up doing things that is not part of your job description, but everyone just, they do what they can to get there and make the show happen.
There's a common misconception that it's glamorous, whereas in reality there's lots of dragging of portaloos around.
You spend a lot of time getting your hands dirty.
It takes a village to build a festival.
Most people I know will come away from that weekend at a festival feeling refreshed and invigorated and galvanised to carry on their lives in an enthusiastic way or to keep connecting with people. So I think they have a really massively positive impact on people's mental health as well.
Yeah, I like the sense of community that they bring and the sense of chaos.
I think Gala, it was first out. It was my first show for the fair. There was a lot of fun there, a lot of nerves, but a lot of fun.
And we are going live with Gala this morning.
Niall, can I just confirm you're ready for us to open the doors from your side? But also, because it's the first one of the season, you're kind of just remembering being on site and site life. So once you get through it and it's a really successful show, you're like, okay, great, I do remember how to do this. I'm going to nail the rest of the season.
I am driving to Wales for Gotwood.
What do you like most about Gotwood?
The spiritual sense of belonging.
Day 3 of Gotwood for me on site, and I'm currently driving to Holyhead to check that the shuttle operation is working. Where are we going, Rob?
The lawn.
We're going to the lawn.
So what, Dudley, what's your favourite thing about today?
Going green for doors, bang on time.
Green for doors, bang on time.
It's exactly 1 week before I go on site for El Dorado. Really exciting, so I can't wait to get there and start building it. I'm there for 28 days in total.
We're just doing a joint site office diary of our first day on site at El Dorado.
Control to all units. We are green light for the arena. We are green light for the arena.
What about you? I see your passion. Your based on passion. They're bombing and crashing.
Forgot my radio. What am I like? And I like how in this industry you have an immediate chance to put your learnings into action.
This guy here is the most amazing site officer you'll ever meet. And he's really good at coordinating and making people do their job properly. So we really appreciate everything he does.
My most challenging ones that I'm probably actually the most proud of was the boiler room set up at Burgess Park. So they wanted a 15-metre stage with public that could go onto it, which involved lots of different access points, lots of different security positions, really particular cable management and lighting rigs. So being able to let public on the stage on that sort of setup, that big in a festival site, was something that I'd not done before, which was really cool.
Eastern Electrics is an event that we were doing for the 3rd year, and I believe that once you get to the 3rd year of doing an event, if it's in the same format, you can always get it perfect within reason. If you've got the same team working on it, because everyone really knows what they're doing, the suppliers know what they're doing, all the kind of faults have been ironed out. We had lightning strike within 6 kilometres of the site, which means we're going to be condition red, whereby we then shut down all the stages and all the techs. It's a full show stop on the site.
We obviously monitor weather forecasts as a matter of course anyway when we're on site for shows.
The tabletops that we do in advance where we kind of stress test our emergency plans, I think are really crucial for like empowering the team to have the confidence to make those decisions like whilst we're on site.
To see the show stop plan come into action when like me and Yaz and Rob just kind of like going straight into knowing what we needed to do and it all going really smoothly and managing to get everyone out of the arena safely.
We've faced a lot of challenges this year. I think we are quite resilient people and we will fight to kind of make sure that our events can continue obviously safely. We always want to make sure that we try and make it work, and we'll do everything that we can to consider option B, option C, option D until we totally run out of ideas before we will give up.
Alright ladies, get on safe, yeah? Take care.
We have just found out that there will be train strikes happening at our festival at EE, at Lee Valley Showground. So now we have 2 weeks to basically put our plans together. If we can't make our plans happen and the local authority doesn't approve them, we could risk of having a show cancellation. It is a sold out show. It's a lot of pressure on us to do this for our client and also for the audience members. You know, we don't want to miss out on another year.
So 2 weeks before the show was due to take place, we were notified that our primary train station, which was modelled to take 11,000 of our guests away from the event as part of egress in a 3-hour period, we were notified that rail strikes meant that station would be closed for the whole day. We had to put together a plan that would safely get 11,000 people away, which involved using coaches to take those 11,000 people away, get them dropped to Tottenham Hale tube station and get them to leave in that way. Confirming 75 coaches on August Bank Holiday weekend, 14 days before the date, and getting them paid for, that's another matter. We didn't want to scare the audience that leaving the site was going to take them 5 hours, so they didn't bother coming in the first place, but we did need to manage their expectations of how quickly they could leave, and that obviously put a significant strain on the team.
I'm still on a buggy watching Egress.
So it's the day after Eastern Electrics.
big smiles on the face because we managed to get every single person off site for egress during a train strike. So super proud of the team, feeling very relieved, very exhausted, but yeah, it was good, and we managed to do it, and everyone can now relax a little bit.
I think the cultural impact of what we do is often underappreciated. If the events industry ceased, there'd be a huge hole in a lot of people's lives.
Yeah, everyone remembers the first festival they went to when they were a teenager, and they know that it's a watershed moment.
It's like you walk in and automatically you're part of this community.
I think lots of people speak about escapism, but I kind of see it as the opposite. I see it as like you have these moments where, like, rather than being out of tune with life, you're like really in tune with life. You're in tune with like the space around you, the people around you, the music. You can create memories which you'll like cherish forever and ever and ever.
The weather's so chill, chilly, really good.
I am very vocal about this. I mean, the truth is, you know, COVID, someone supported someone. And I think off the back of that, there was this thought that there was going to be this euphoric sort of 3-4 years. Everyone's going to go to shows, everything was going to sell out. And as we all know today, that hasn't happened. It is really challenging. All the things you hear about every day, reading the media, cost of living, supply chain, still at an all-time high. There are real opportunities, in all of these sort of moments of crisis. And people come to me personally and go, you don't realise how important it is that, I'll go to a show, meet my friends. That social interaction and re-engagement has been invaluable.
There's just nothing else really like a festival or an event. There's not really anywhere else you can go to escape your like daily life, or kind of just have that time where you feel like you're part of a community and you're just united with other people to listen to the music that you love and to just be completely free and hedonistic for a weekend.
A place for people to explore creativity through art and workshops, giving people the opportunity to learn those new things or be part of those new creative things they might not have had the opportunity to do in the first place. It's really important.
Yeah, I mean, I am really passionate about independence, independent survival, something I talk about emphatically, this cultural crisis. We invest 0.1% of GDP in culture. The latest British tourism ad, one of the key segments in there in Vox Pops is around festivals. So, the government talk around it because it's DCMS funded. However, they don't follow through with that support. If you look at some of our neighbours, Estonia, Hungary, 10 times more of their GDP proportionally is invested in culture. Being British, we're so quiet around our expertise, whether it be the music genres, the artists, the talent, the A&Rs here, production, tech production, freelancers, health and safety. We're probably the global leaders and don't shout about that enough.
Like festivals are like platforms where all the different parties who bring something to build can just show off how sick they are.
It's been my first season with the fair, and I've made friends for life, and I've worked hard, I've grafted, we've all grafted. And I'm ready for more.
Working on the variety of events that we do, I think really shows how versatile we are as not only a company but individuals, how you can kind of change that. Okay, yes, it is the same infrastructure and it's the same processes, but the outcomes are completely different.
It's just like hanging out with your mates. I think all of us, there's such a team dynamic and everyone's in it together. And everyone looks after each other, and we're at East Electrics at the moment, I don't build the site on my own, I don't design the site on my own. We have production coordinators, junior production managers, ops team, safety team, everyone works so closely together. So I think the main thing about working with the fair is that everyone's got your back.
Yay! We need to go check the backs are sorted. That's
When
fine.
you are on site for the whole duration of an event, the best thing that tends to come out of it is the family that you make.
Oh, let's see how these guys are doing. Hi!
You rarely have a minute to yourself, so you kind of, you just become family in a sense, and that's usually the best. when you go home from having been on site for a few weeks, like that's amazing, and you get to have a shower and you get to sleep in your own bed, but very quickly you're like, oh God, I miss everyone. Okay, let's go back. Let's go back and be everyone together again, and then you get the blues. So
Makes me feel a little bit sad because now it's coming to reality that this is it now. And then now the festival blues are going to kick in.
Not yet. We've still got to celebrate.
Yeah. Tonight we're going to celebrate. This job is extremely hard work. The industry isn't paid enough for what it is that we all put together. And so the fact that it needs to be fun is a huge driving force or factor for us at the fair. So I hope that we make it that way for people.
Summer was, really well delivered by the team. I think there became some real challenges. Unfortunately, the sector is facing some real challenges. And during COVID, we lost 1 in 6 independent shows. My fear is that this is going to exponentially grow over the next 2 years because balance sheets or reserves have been depleted. That is a real concern, really alarming for me. It's alarming for the economy, it's alarming for society as a whole, just because we're going to potentially lose all of this ecosystem. Now more than ever, it's really important that we unite as an industry, continue to lobby government, empower young people in their careers and show everyone exactly why we need to keep festivals alive.